Dylan, first game of the Memorial Cup tonight. Just what's the excitement level like?
Yeah, obviously, we've been working all year to get here. I guess for me personally, since Christmas time. But we're super excited. Had a couple practices here, and obviously getting to play the final series here in Rimouski was a huge advantage for us. Just getting to get adjusted to the ice, the rink, everything like that. So we're super pumped, get ready to go.
How special is this run been for your group?
Yeah, obviously, super special. Nice to get the championship last week, and then obviously the opportunity to be here is once in a lifetime. Obviously, for me, this is my last year in juniors, so trying to just make the most of the opportunity, and as is everyone else in our dressing room.
As you go through, a run to the playoffs to a title, it's best of seven game series, but now it's one game matters every night. How does that mindset, the approach change?
Yeah, obviously, we're trying to focus on the first shift of tonight. Obviously it's three important games in the round robin and then go from there. But I think our group is just focused on the first shift tonight, getting the first one under your legs and then building from there. That's been our emphasis all season, is doing that, taking that approach. So I think that doesn't really change tonight. We know obviously it's going to be a lot tougher challenge, but I think we're ready for it, and we've done a lot of work to get here, and we're ready for the challenge.
London's firepower is obviously pretty well known. Just how do you guys try to manage all that offensive star power?
Yeah, obviously it's no secret that they have a great team over there. In order to get here, everyone's going to have a great team. We're well aware of that, but I think we have a lot of belief in our group too. We have a good game plan going into tonight, and we're going to get ready to execute that.
What's the impact Gardner's had on this team?
It's so hard to put it into words. As a person, as a coach, as someone that everybody looks up to. He's the leader of our group. Everybody looks up to him in many different ways. He provides a ton of leadership. Whether it's his motivation, how approachable he is, his kind of mood around the rink every day. There's so many things that he brings to our group.
These morning skates are pretty high tempo and structured.
Yeah.
Had you ever seen some morning skate like this before?
No. Obviously, we try to have a lot of energy, try to be loud. Everyone in our group hockey's a lot more enjoyable when you're having fun out there, and we try to take that approach. Just have fun every single day, try to get better every day, because these are some of the best moments of your life. So we're trying to make the most of that, and just a morning skate isn't just another example of that.
Dyllan, can you talk about your year? Because you used to be a Moncton Wildcat season ticket holder, and then you're in pro hockey, and you get the opportunity to come here. Take us through maybe that time in your life, or that time of this season.
Yeah, obviously it's been a huge whirlwind of emotions for me personally. I grew up watching the Wildcats. I have some old pictures of our skills coach, Kelsey Tessier, when they were going to the Memorial Cup in 2010. I was at the airport when they were flying out. So it's a pretty small world actually to be in that position now. So obviously it's super special for me. I'm just trying to soak up every second of it. And then obviously, with everything that's happened this year, it's a great spot for me to be in. Obviously, I learned a ton in pro hockey to start the season, and obviously never the easiest to get sent down, but I think being here now and being in this situation, I couldn't really ask for more.
Was there a send-off for you from Moncton where you were now on the other side this year?
I wouldn't really say so. I think it's just, everyone here has welcomed me with super open arms. Obviously it's a super top tier organization, and, I get to live at home, sleep in my own bed every night. So have mom's cooked meals. So just little things like that I never got to experience living away from home. So it's super special for me.
But when you guys came here, were there little kids who were lined up wishing you well?
Oh.
All of a sudden you were a player?
Yeah, there was. Especially when we beat Rimouski here in Game 6, when we brought the cup back, there was a ton of people there. So that was super special. It kind of gives me goosebumps to think about it, but it's super cool, to have the whole city of Moncton behind us. It's super special. Even all throughout the playoffs, you see the banners, you see the signs on different restaurants, different shops, everything like that. It's a true city commitment.